Hey, we're back. And I know I want to talk about culture. You know, funny, I came to this island, Barbados, about 10 years ago, and they really have what I would call a culture of trust. And the reason I say that is that when I come here, well, the first time I came here, I got picked up by a cab, taken to my hotel, and the cab driver said, "How long are you here for?" And I said, "A week." And he goes, "Okay, well, here's my card. Call me whenever you want to go somewhere." And I said, "Okay, how much do I owe you?" He goes, "We'll do it at the end of the trip." And so this whole time, I'm taking the dinner, what have you, and at the end of the trip, my untrusting mind goes, uh-oh, I'm really going to get hammered price-wise. This guy's going to give me a bill at the end of the week. It's going to be a couple $1,000. Well, funny enough, when we got done, this guy gave me an invoice for, I think, $500 Barbados dollars, 250 US. I can't rent a car for a day in the US for 250. But not only that, we come to this island, and the reason we come here is we have a place here, but when we come, every time we come, we call a liquor store nearby and order wine and booze. And maybe, because we're here for 2-3 weeks, could be a couple $1,000. And when we call them, we actually call them and tell them this is what we want, they deliver it and don't ask for a credit card. They just say, when you get here, call us and give us a credit card. So I come to my room and I get 2 cases of wine to come to my place delivered. The grocery store does the same thing. There's a bakery nearby. We would normally order food from that person. It's delivered, hot, piping, never ask for a credit card. I can be in the United States and buy from a store across the street from me every day of my life, and they will never give me something without a credit card up front. There's a whole culture of trust throughout this whole island. It's just the way they're brought up. Now, I'm sorry I carried on about that, but I carry on about that because as a salesperson, we want to be a trusted advisor. How do you create that culture of trust? As a sales manager, you need to be a coach, and you can't be a coach unless you're trusted by your salespeople. And if you want to be a leader, a CEO, you cannot be a CEO unless you're trusted by the people you're leading. So what kind of culture of trust are you creating inside your company? Is there one that you trust people? And that doesn't mean put up with people that aren't really working for you or stealing from your company or putting in hours and not working. That means get rid of those people. But what kind of trust do you create within your company? And it doesn't take long to create trust. It happens within seconds. Salespeople all the time want to be a trusted advisor. No, you don't. You know what? If I go and sit down at a restaurant, a waiter can make me trust him within seconds. When I say to the waiter or waitress, "What's good here?" and they say everything, I have no trust in anything else this person says. But when I say, "What's good here?" and they say, "Hey, I would try everything, but the sea bass didn't look too fresh." There's immediate trust in that person, and anything from now on he tells me, I'll believe, right? Because he told me what's wrong with the company, right? Not everything's great. So do you create a level of trust in your company where your people can be okay with saying, "Hey, our delivery schedule's messed up," or "We're great here, but we're not great here"? What kind of level of trust do you create in your company? So think about that. Think about creating a culture of trust where your people can be upfront and honest with everybody.